So what do you think are the main challenges regarding waste management in Zambia?
Well, there are quite a number of challenges related to waste management. We can first begin with the aspect of awareness and education. There isn't much awareness in terms of how waste should be managed. That's the first challenge. And then we talk about the finance allocated to waste management. It's also not adequate to cater for the growing population of Zambia. We'll talk about issues to do with waste collection systems. There are quite a number of waste collection systems which exist, but Zambia doesn't implement all of them. And the ones that are there, they are inadequate as well. So you find that waste is illegally disposed of or it's not collected. We talk about the authorities charged with the responsibility to collect waste. They also don't have the capacity to be able to collect, especially in cities which are growing like Lusaka. You find that there are places which have not been collected, even for where there's waste collection is not even happening. So we also talk about the regulations in terms of implementation, effective implementation. We've got the Zambia Environmental Management Agency, which is charged with the responsibility of monitoring. It's more or less to do with the effective implementation of extended producer responsibility. They are supposed to effectively implement, but right now the structure that they have, they've got 3 pillars: the awareness pillar, the finance pillar, and the waste minimization pillar. But I don't think they have the capacity to enforce it on the companies which are manufacturing and packaging waste, especially with those types of waste. So you find that there are those issues surrounding enforcement of regulation, including the extended producer responsibility, because companies are not doing it because there's lack of enforcement. Those are a few, but there are still many other challenges which I can highlight. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you. So it's mainly about municipal solid waste. You see the main waste fraction where there is the challenge.
I think it's with all the different types of waste, because if I talk about Lusaka, we don't even have an engineered landfill we can talk about. Right now it's existing as a dump site, not as a landfill. And where most of the waste is disposed of, including commercial waste and industrial waste. I know that hazardous waste might not be disposed of there. There are companies that are helping manage it. But all in all, it's the solid waste where we have a challenge, including all the different types.
Thank you. And so what are you doing in your research, or what is your research contribution to solve some of the problems or one of the problems?
That's an interesting question. So when I was doing my PhD, I focused on developing a reverse logistics system for managing plastic solid waste for developing countries. So that my research has been centered around circular economy. So in that research, I was practically designing a reverse logistics system which can be used to recover the post-consumer waste, which is a nuisance in Zambia, because it's illegally disposed of. The companies which manufacture, which package, they're not recovering that kind of waste. So I was looking at manufacturing companies, households, the informal sector, because they are also contributing in terms of waste collection. So my research has been around that area. I've done a lot of papers around that, and I've even got a book, on managing waste, looking at technologies and drivers. Yes.
Can you just briefly explain what reverse logistics means?
Reverse logistics basically focuses on recovering from the customer, from the users, recovering end-of-life products, or basically end-of-life products like anything that you consider to be a waste, maybe it's a glass, maybe it's a plastic bottle, you don't need it anymore. So instead of it going to the landfill, it still has use because you can recycle it. So my research was basically looking at reusing those post-consumer packaging waste or recycling them. So to basically adding value, instead of continuously consuming the primary materials which are used in manufacturing those bottles, would rather recycle or use them for other products to do with plastics. Yeah.
All right. Okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you.